XRP ETF news. Well, I've got a mega big update for you. A warning as well as we're seeing buy the rumor, sell the news happen to crypto. Senate Republicans got their way of dealing with crypto. I've got the updates for you. We'll talk XRP price action at the end along with
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Buenos tardes, muchachos and muchachas. How are you all doing today? I had a wonderful time in Antigua, and I'm back at it, bringing you the video like I said I would. Now, before we get into the crypto news, you know the deal. You, the viewer, matter most, so I got to share your comments. Jeremy Touche dropping support on the channel. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Says exposing selfish people and behaviors. That's what Santa Claus does, people. Appreciate you, my friend. Yes, Santa Claus. But the difference between me and the other Santa, I'm active all year round. The other shout out goes to what? Moms out there. That's right. I took my mom to Antigua so she could enjoy it. We have been having a blast. And my other shout out goes to what? The people of Antigua, which are freaking amazing. Bitcoin's in at 119,951. We're starting to see some price warm up at BTC. E3744. They're going to break 4. They're going to stall. XRP at 354. Well, by the way, Sol is over 200. Pay attention to Sol, everyone. But let's get right into it. Western Union joins the stablecoin race. For real, how many stablecoin announcements have I freaking done here as of late? And it's only going to get bigger now that the Genius Act is passed. Western Union is exploring ways to integrate stablecoins into its services as the firm seeks to modernize cross-border payments. Well, no shit, Sherlock. All of us in the crypto world have been saying for a long time that crypto saves you money when you use it crossing borders. During a Monday interview with Bloomberg, Western Union CEO Devin McGranahan said that the company views stablecoins as an opportunity. Geez, you're a bit late, my guy. He also said exploring partnerships with major Indo-crypto players is offering stablecoins to on and off-ramp service as well as digital wallet. This is what he said. We see stablecoins really as an opportunity, not as a threat. We're 175-year-old and we've been innovative across those 175 years. And a stablecoin is just one more opportunity to innovate. By the way, there are massive global opportunities out there when it comes to remittances. Where I'm at right now, Guatemala is another country that can benefit heavily from stablecoin remittance usage. In fact, Banco Industrial, which is right there, like literally, like I could use probably like a 9-iron and like hit Banco Industrial, their buildings right here. They've done a stablecoin program recently for the people of Guatemala, and I believe it was 99-cent transfers. That's freaking amazing, everyone. So yeah, stablecoins are saving money and Western Unions get into it. All right, now the warning for you. Let's kind of look at this and let's apply this to crypto because what do we have? We have the Genius Act, right? That's for stablecoins. But we got Clarity. Remember, the Clarity Act is the thing that regulates this big blob over here. Now look at this story and let's start thinking if we got to worry about certain things. Circle downgraded to sell by Compass Point after Trump signs the stablecoin bill. This is something we got to think about, right? Because once the bill has been signed, players are like, okay, cool, now what? You're going to have a whole bunch of competition, and it makes you think of what, everyone? Buy the rumor, sell the news. Analysts at Compass Point downgraded shares of Circle to a sell rating. The analyst cited increased stablecoin competition, Fed rate cuts, and waning retail participation as a potential negative catalyst. Shares closed down more than 8% today, Tuesday. I know it's late night, my bad. Now off around 34% from its all-time high. Think about that, okay? Are we going to see a sell-off once the Clarity Act gets signed if it passes? That's what I'm saying here. We kind of have to start thinking about this because we're watching the buy the rumor, sell the news thing happen quite often in crypto. In fact, we noticed that with XRP several times. We've noticed that with some of our other favorite cryptos. BTC had that problem as well. While we expected Circle to rally into stablecoin legislation, crypto investors typically sell the news after highly anticipated events, analysts at Compass Points wrote in their downgrade memo. As such, we expect Circle to retrace some of its recent rally after the Genius Act was signed into law. So even the analysts are like, yo, crypto is all about buying the rumor, selling the news. So should we be worried? Let me know in the comments down below. Senate Republicans propose a digital asset market structure bill building on the Clarity Act. Okay, so now the Senate's got their own version. So Clarity Act, it might not make it, but like I said, it's still early, but the Senate's got their own version. The Senate Banking Committee's discussion draft titled Responsible Financial Innovation Act represents a significant steps toward establishing a comprehensive regulatory framework for digital assets. This legislation aims to amend disclosure requirements under the Securities Act of 1933, recognizing that existing laws are inadequate. Importantly, the draft emphasizes enhanced collaboration between the SEC and the CFTC. While the Senate's draft bill builds on the House-passed Clarity Act, there are noticeable distinctions. The House legislation primarily focused on clarifying regulatory jurisdiction and easing compliance burdens. In contrast, the Senate draft introduces additional amendments targeting disclosure requirements and ancillary asset classification, aiming to close those gaps. So the Senate one's a bit more robust. So we have to start thinking about this, right? Because you've got the Clarity Act, which came out of the House, and now we got this one coming out of the Senate. So will the Senate really want to pass the Houses, or do you think the Senate will vote it down and pass their own? The SEC approves a Bitwise crypto index ETF with BTC, ETH, XRP, and Solana. Oh, you don't believe me it has XRP in here? Well, here's the filing with the SEC, and watch what happens, muchachos. If I put XRP up at the top, boom, shakalaka, there you go. But here's the problem. Only 4.97% of that is going to be XRP. And you remember the basket one from GDLC, Grayscale's Digital Large Cap Fund? Yo, I'm on fire today. Remember, that one was muy pequeño as well. And we learned that what, everyone? It's probably not going to do jack shit for the price, but it's good for what? One thing. Opening the doors to a complete XRP one. Not one where you only have 4.97%, which, by the way, this one is 78% Bitcoin and 11% ETH. So pretty much 90% of that bad boy is BTC and ETH. Yeah, exactly. But what does it do, though? So if they approve this, then what's going to happen is other players out there are going to go, all right, well, if you're going to approve an ETF that has 5% XRP, what's the difference? You approve something that maybe has got 20% XRP. And then if you approve the 20% one, maybe we could get one that's 100%. But remember, SEC approved Grayscale's versions because Grayscale has one very similar to this, but then remember, a day or two later, they stopped it. The U.S. SEC Commission has approved Bitwise request to convert its 10 crypto fund into a full-fledged ETF. According to the filing, the ETF will contain Cardano, Sweet, Chainlink, Avalanche, Litecoin, and Polkadot. Bitwise currently manages approximately $5.79 billion in assets across 12 crypto ETFs. Oh yeah, and if you want to read this filing yourself, you can. 13 pages long. Bit boring, just throwing it out there, but I had to read it. Either way, it's all linked to everyone in the description below. Overall, the crypto market is freaking on fire volume-wise. So again, remember, buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So we got the Clarity Act coming up. Now we got the Senate's version, right, of crypto asset regulation coming up. So are we buying the rumor? And are we going to sell if we sign off on it? Volume right now at $218 billion. Altcoin season still holding strong at 52 out of 100. Market cap for crypto right at $4 trillion, while fear and greed is hanging out at 67. By the way, sold above 200. Just saying, y'all, got to start paying attention. XRP is looking healthy as well. And here's the big thing. What I have up on the screen right now is the 7-day chart. Here you go. And what do you notice? That's right. After the initial pump and some profit taking, right, that pumped it up on the 17th and the profit taking that it came afterwards, we've held our ground. We have held our ground, and that is important. Volume is also staying bonkers high. $8.8 billion. Yeah. So XRP is looking super, super strong. Now, something I wanted to share with you, though, is this. Watch what happens when we zoom out with the candlesticks. Yeah, you're seeing what I'm seeing. We had the run up, and now what, everyone? Floor support being established as we compound day after day after day, while volume is staying very high, respectively. Now, what's really cool about this? Well, first things first, right? We've blown away like our recent highs that we developed right here. So, not only are we in new territory, but we're in new territory while the volume is less than what we actually saw in the November-December pump. So think about it. Less trading action, but the price is staying higher. So you've got a lot more buyers than sellers, right? You have a lot more interest in the market. What's also cool about this is look at the little decrease in volume we had here in April, May, June, and the first part of July, we started seeing volume get really boring. In fact, we saw a few weekends and some weekdays that were volume wise what we saw, yes, everyone, before the November election. But then what did you notice right here? As soon as we started talking about crypto week, the volume started pumping again. But remember, Circle was downgraded by analysts out there because of what everyone buy the rumor, sell the news. So now, with the Senate having their version of the act, and with the Clarity Act also being talked about in the Senate here coming up soon, are we going to have a sell off once one of them gets approved? But for now, I'm staying bullish. And for now, I'm going to say yet again, gracias to all the people in Guatemala City, in Antigua. Everyone has been amazing. And if you ever get a chance to go there, please do. You will not be upset. I don't know. Maybe I should work for the Board of Tourism for Guatemala and start getting more gringos to come aquí. Why? Because this place is amazing. But you know what else is amazing? The fact that crypto, and specifically X, because that's who we follow very heavily on the show, is still holding big time gains. Sol is pumping hardcore, ETH has come out of the basement, and a bunch of our other laggards out there are performing very well. Why? Optimism on Regs. But what did we learn from Circle? That's right, everyone. Buy the rumor, sell the news. And analysts understand that's how crypto plays. And remember, you and I have been paying a hell of a lot more attention to crypto than a lot of those analysts out there because you and I have been doing this for years and years and years. Yeah, kind of like Western Union out there going, we think stablecoins could really help us with cross-border payments. No shit, I could have told you that 5 years ago, but hey, it's cool. Let them people get to the party late because we've been here partying already. Now, the ETF, they approved the filing, but they haven't approved the fund, so we're going to see what happens with that. But remember, they did approve grayscales, and then shortly after, they were like, no, girlfriend, we don't want to approve it. Well, then why the hell did you prove it in the first place? But what are we learning? The SEC now is functioning just like it did with Gensler. They delayed the HBAR ETF. They first approved the GDLC one that had XRP and then said no. And they've delayed a bunch of others out there. So we pretty much got the same SEC, even though Gensler isn't at the helm. And I know people in the comments are going to be like, but bro, this is so much better. Atkins hasn't done jack shit, to be honest with you. Did he approve the HBAR ETF when he had a chance? No, he did not. Did he straight on approve the GDLC one that had XRP in it? No, he did not. See what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the SEC is the SEC no matter who the hell is at the helm. Either way, regs are going to help out, and maybe that's what those players are waiting for. I'll keep you up to date once the Clarity Act gets sent over to the Senate. I'll probably be back in Los Estados Unidos before they get the Clarity Act in the Senate. And I got a lot more traveling they do. They just got to travel a little ways in D.C. Either way, I'll keep bringing the updates. And thank you very much for supporting the channel. It has been a pleasure to do this, and I will continue to bring you the news because seriously, I like this. Like, can you not tell that, like, I genuinely, like, authentically love this stuff? Even while I'm on vacation, I'm sitting here bringing you the news. And yeah, I get it. Today's was a little late, but I also posted in the community section that I would do this a little late for two reasons. Number one, I wanted to hang out with my mom. Number two, I'm having a little problem again with my voice if y'all haven't noticed. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Either way, I'll get that fixed when I get back home and choo-choo what? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. You have to speak a little bit louder. I'm a little bit further away. I'm in a different country right now. Internet connection. Break. What? I can't hear. What? Choo choo bitches. Oh, wrong hand. Choo choo bitches. Oh my god, I did it with the wrong hand.